Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside an expansion for the LnL Tactical system, Heroes of Normandy, titled We Stand Alone, The Battles of Easy Company. Everybody knows Band of Brothers. Well, most everybody. If you don't, pick up a book, a great book by Stephen Ambrose, or go check it out on streaming. Band of Brothers from HBO has been around for, I think it was like 15, almost 20 years now, and it is a fantastic series, probably one of the best, if not the best, war, I don't want to say movies because it's a mini-series, but war stories that you're ever going to see. It is a great book, great series. It was done by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, and they did just an amazing job, and it was done after they did Saving Private Ryan. But this allows you now, with this expansion, to live through the battles of Easy Company using the LnL Tactical system and the expansion for Heroes of Normandy. It says here on the back of the bag, says We Stand Alone, The Battles of Easy Company is an expansion module for LnL Tactical Heroes of Normandy. Formed in 1942, and after almost 2 years of rigorous training, Easy Company 2nd Battalion 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne Division, dropped into Normandy, France on D-Day, June 6, 1944. By the end of the war, Easy Company was known as one of the best small units in the European theater of operations. The men of Easy Company have been immortalized in the book and miniseries Band of Brothers. Now their story is played out in the dynamic medium of the LnL Tactical system. The We Stand Alone expansion module contains 15 scenarios covering battles from the daring assaults on Brecourt Manor and Carentan in Normandy to the desperate defense of Hell's Highway and the island during the Operation Market Garden to the frigid foxholes of Bastogne and Neuville during the Battle of the Bulge. The scenarios can be played individually or in 3 5-scenario campaigns. 13 of the 15 scenarios are new designs with 2 revised scenarios plus a Brecourt Manor variant. 3 new maps, including winterized and revised maps, bring the dramatic landscape of these battles to life. Entrenched German artillery positions in Normandy, an elevated dike and a watchful windmill in Holland, and chilly cratered forest of the Ardennes provide the setting. It's up to you to provide the leadership, heroics, and actions needed to win victory for the brave American Paris or the obstinate Germans they faced. The men of Easy Company were elite soldiers, whether in the heat of battle or when battling the elements between contact with the enemy. They fought for each other. They fought for victory, and they fought for survival. Join the fight. In the game, it comes with 1 scenario module rule booklet, 15 scenarios, 1 variant scenario, 6 4K X maps, 1 standard map, and 2 player aids. Take a look inside the bag and see what you get in this expansion. And this is, I believe, now available. It was kind of an early release this weekend in San Diego at Harold Buchanan's San Diego Historical Games Convention, and now it will be available to you as well. This is the scenario booklet itself. It goes to page 62, and while I'm on the back here, one of the things you guys need to pay attention to, this one not so much, but the playtesters and support on any of the LnL Tactical series, make sure you read those. There's always little Easter eggs hidden inside. But we're going to open up here, and the introduction starts on page 3, and it goes through to explain to you different types of terrain you're going to see in the game. There's craters, windmills, wire fence, dike, flowers, and snow. These are new to this module. It'll just adds on to the terrain that you're going to have already standard within the LnL Tactical system. There is national characteristics. The SS fanaticism is in here as well, and it says clarified. You have your campaigns, the order of play for the Normandy campaign, Market Garden, and the Ardennes campaign. And then you can also have a personal hero. Campaign points and victory, and then you have fate points, Ardennes campaign rules, and then your credits. The scenarios involved in this are the Brecourt Manor Revised and Final Episode, The Way to Carentan, The Battle of Bloody Gulch, Fighting Withdrawal, Situation Normal, End Run, The Crossroads, Overreaching, the MLR, Nuts, The 1,000-Yard Attack, Foy, Beyond the Breaking Point, and Brecourt Manor FSJ variant. So we go into the introduction here, and it explains to you what we've already discussed, what it's all about, and then there's your terrain and what each thing does. Like flowers, for example. This is not something you're going to necessarily see in a lot of games, but in this one here, it says in Holland, it's known for the tulips and fields of tall flowers. Flower hexes are also in Heroes of Normandy and listed on the tech with brush hexes, but without an image. They're on maps 67 and 18. So this is a correction to add these to the game, I believe. And this will now give you visual representation of these tall flowers that you're in there, which will give you the ability to hide better than if you're in just standard clear terrain. Then you have your national characteristics, and it says here for SS fanaticism, anything that's blue is changed from rules that were existing before, because SS fanaticism has been around in this series before, but now it says the change is shaken melee eligible SS units in a hex without a good order friendly melee eligible unit are not automatically eliminated. And then here it also says shaken leaders attempt to rally first. That was a change from the existing rule of SS fanaticism. It also says here, shaken SS units in a hex with a friendly, good order, melee eligible unit do not get to make a rally attempt. Now we get into the campaigns. You got the here, well, we'll get to those in a second, because that actually breaks down what the different scenarios are for each of the campaigns. Your personal hero. In the Heroes of Normandy countermix, there are 401st Airborne heroes: Herd, Ash, Unitas, and Escubi. Traditionally, Herd and Ash are the heroes for the paras as per 13.1.4. However, use all four when playing the campaigns and We Stand Alone. Starting with the first scenario in each campaign, randomly choose a hero and add him to your order of battle. Do not choose Herd, as he is in a few scenarios orders of battle already, and do not choose his skill. This hero, if he survives a given scenario, will grow in experience and power regardless of whether his side wins a scenario or loses it. Each scenario survived adds one more level to this hero, up to a maximum of 3 added abilities. So you can add different abilities to that hero, and you can kind of grow them as your campaign goes on. But you just don't use the Herd one, because that one will come into orders of, to different scenario order of battle. And then you have your campaign points in victory, and then your fate points, and then the Ardennes campaign rules. And we go into our scenarios here. You've got your Breakhorn Manor Revised, your standard LnL Tactical order of battle, scenario essentials, and SSR. And then don't read that, that's a paragraph. I'm going to flip past that, because in these games there are events that happen, and you're supposed to read the paragraph only after that happens. So no cheating. Don't hit the pause button and try to learn what it is ahead of time. Let it happen. Then we get the Way to Carentan, and Carentan itself, and there's your SSR for that. Battle of Bloody Gulch, and make sure there's no paragraphs. There are. I'm not going to let you see that. Fighting Withdrawal, and then Situation Normal, and Run, the Crossroads, and there's your SSR for that. And then you have Overreaching, the MLR. For those who don't know, MLR stands for Main Line of Resistance. Nuts, the famous response to the Germans when the Americans were asked to surrender. Then you have the 1,000-yard attack, Foy, and Beyond Breaking Point. And Foy, if you've never seen the miniseries Band of Brothers, the Battle of Foy has just an amazing situation in it that I don't want to ruin it for you if you've not seen it, but you really have to see, because it's true. It happened. You don't generally expect a leader to do what a certain leader in this situation did, and it was just it really needs to be seen to be believed, because it was just an amazing situation. I'm not going to let you read that paragraph there, but that is the scenario and module rules. And here's a look at the maps that come in the game. You got winterized versions, you've got your standard fall, and then, or summer, I should say, summer fall, and then you've also got, let's see, these all have double-sided. Now these are all single-sided, then you have double-sided here on these maps. Again, more maps for the LnL Tactical series. If you don't already have them, these are just going to add even more for you to build upon to create bigger and bigger scenarios of your own, because there's also the battle generator that's now available, 2.0 battle generator, which you can just create battles for. It's one single system that's used for the entire line, and you can just build as many scenarios as you want. Then you have your fate points, your fate point track, and your personal hero, and you have your campaign outcome tables and for the different campaigns, and that is everything that you need to play We Stand Alone from LnL Tactical Heroes of Normandy. I think this is going to be a really great scenario book for anybody who's fans of Band of Brothers. The Heroes of Normandy is just got so much. The base game comes with like 30 scenarios, and there's, I think, now 4 expansions to it. Which, if you're a fan of the West Front and really love that area of the European theater, you're going to really dig Heroes of Normandy and get these expansions. Just going to have years of playability in it. But that is We Stand Alone, Battles of Easy Company from Lock and Load Publishing, available now for LnL Tactical Heroes of Normandy. Any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. See you next time.